Hey guys, it's me, Ria. I'm back. Just hopping off the beach there from a run. I just did a quick little live there a second ago and said that I would be back on. So let's just give it a minute. See if anyone wants to hop up. Let me just try to fix my stand. Hold on here. There we go. All right. I'll just give it a minute to see if anyone wants to hop on. Take that. What else? Just waiting to see, guys. I'm going to just give it a minute. Garbage card. Perfect. Just hopped off a run, did a quick little message on the beach. And so I thought that I would continue that message and deliver a collective message and deliver some readings by donation for individuals if anyone happens to hop on. Good afternoon, White Light Healing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your love. Thank you for shining your light here. Thank you for taking action on your light and commenting. Whenever we shine our light and when we actually take that action on it, we anchor that energy and we anchor that love into our physical experience. So thank you for that. Hey, Kimmy Seagull. As you step forward, Kimmy, and I saw your name, I just saw like this wise Indian chief elder. I don't know if it was a chief, but elder. I just like, as soon as I saw your name, it shifted in my mind as this, and I'm getting all the tingles. So I know it's part of you and it's really supporting you. And I know that you have a relationship to grandfather, but it was that kind of energy, but it wasn't separate from you. It was you. It was like you stepped forward as that grandfather energy, as that wise elder Native American Indian. And it's really strong. Like when my whole body tingles, it's showing me that connection of that energy alive in you, that it's literally one with you. It is integrated and embodied in your being as one. So you're operating from that at an every moment awareness, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. You're merged with that energy. So sometimes people will shift into different frequencies and channel information. They will connect to, say, someone who's passed on. It could be a famous actor, movie star, musician, angels, whatever. And those are energies, frequencies, streams of information they're connecting to and allowing through them in that moment of now. But it doesn't necessarily mean they are operating in that energy every moment. Kind of like me, if I open up to a message for you from an energy of yours, it's still part of me, but it's not operating in my awareness as much as it could be for you. Like all of that tingle, that grandfather energy I just got for you, Kimmy, is with you every moment. So we open up to certain energies intermittently. And then there are those energies that are really with us in every moment until we expand, and then another energy steps in, or doesn't even just step in. They're saying, no, it's not stepping in or separate. It's added. It's added to us. So that makes sense, because as we embody more and more of our light and activate more and more of our light, one of those light fractals or sparks are taken away. Spirit is saying this is the perfect way to explain it. Nothing is taken away. Like when we will gain other awarenesses, we'll call them guides, but they're parts of us, guides, spirit guides, angels. And then that's more prominent in your awareness, that specific frequency. But Spirit is saying that other guide didn't step out. The other light that was activated is added to the whole. So it's just added, and it's still there. It's not taken away. It's just added and illuminated and added to the collective. So our light, as we embody more and more light, it exponentiates. And then as a physical human, Spirit is saying, our awareness or how we perceive that energy could be portrayed in an archetype that we connect to, or a person, or a place, or a thing. It's all energy, it's all us. And so we will receive it in a way that our physical limitations can understand it. So cool. I just love you guys. So, so what we are doing now is we are opening up. I just did a quickie on the beach, and it was just a quick message how we are literally opening up, and they made it look like this big overhead door of this huge wide garage or something just opening up. It just shoop, big steel overhead door opening up. And what we're opening up to are relationships that are stepping up for us. They've been always like just behind the scenes, waiting to step forward, waiting to resonate with your new frequency of allowance. Oh my God, this is just so amazing. This is so beautiful. So they've been waiting. You can call it in the side wings or whatever. They've been always there, just like our light, they're saying, is always there, our codes, that information, but then it becomes activated and embodied and illuminated by us through our allowance. And every allowance, every moment is a moment of you to allow more and more light. And then it's activated. Codes are activated. DNA is activated. Things that have been dormant within us, the light is activated. And every time we activated new light, we raise in frequency, and then that continues. And now we are at the point where we are ready to, they're saying, meet meet new relationships stepping up for us. And those relationships are us with us. They're us on other timelines. They're us that have been dormant. You can call it the energies dormant that have been activated, and now we're in a time and place, space, even though there are none. We're at a frequency, Spirit's correcting me, we're at a frequency now where we can see, we can perceive them, we can allow that. And they're now, what they're saying is it's almost like open contact. So this is our way to understand open contact in this moment of now. According to our frequency, it's an open contact. So you can open up the door, and all of these other parts of us are stepping forward. And I've been doing a lot of messages lately, and Spirit has been talking about how we are stepping up. We are showing up for ourselves. We're not hiding in the cracks, corners, crevices, you know. It's about stepping into our power. And when we step into our power and we speak our truth and we step into the authority of ourself, our God source energy, we literally have stepped up. We show up for ourselves by taking action, also by making our decisions and our choices based on that frequency of that new insight, of that new energy that we're stepping up and presenting ourselves in. And what is that energy? It's just more and more and more and more of us activated, more and more and more light activated. Yes, Kimmy, me too. Good morning, Carissa. Please share out, guys, if you have it, if you don't mind. And I will be delivering personals. I'll stick my PayPal up in a second. But I want to do a collective. And the collective message today is us meeting relationships of ourselves that are stepping up behind the scenes, light that we've activated, frequencies that we are allowing, streams of consciousness that have always been there, and now we're opening up to them. And a lot of times I have referred to them as, when I do readings, like the angels and ancestors. Those are aspects of us that I bring forth a lot. Or the galactic. I'm going to be pulling today from the galactic, the angel ancestors for personals, and then the mystical wisdom. I'm going to do 3 oracles, and we'll see what comes forth. If you want to make a personal, let me know. But in the past, I said they've stepped up, but the way Spirit is saying is they are just a light activated within you, an energy that you are holding. And in every moment, as our frequency rises, we open up more and more streams of consciousness that become allowable to us. It's like we truly are the sun, and all of these rays emanating from us are the streams of consciousness, the doors we're opening that are flooding and supporting and aiding us in this moment of now, in our human physical journey, evolution, transformation. They're saying, as we shift as we shift into a new earth, which is reflecting these light bodies activated, these frequencies allowed. So as now we are shining so bright and illuminating so much light that certain things cannot be allowable because they are so in discord or not resonant with this light, that we're not going to experience many things in the ways of life that we used to, because you have transmuted them into light. So spirit is also correcting me and saying it's not that they're separate or left behind. Those areas, you have transmuted them for yourself and your experience, and now you bring the light from those experiences with you. Yes, there are other people that are still working through those denser, heavier energies, and that is part of their soul journey, and that is part of their purpose and part of their plan. But it's, as always, it's this and that. So there's still others, and we can say it's even other parts of ourselves, I guess. But to us, it looks like other parts. It looks like separate beings. Okay, this is where it gets complicated, because you know how they say no one will be left behind. Oh my God! So now they're bringing that school. No student left behind. They're saying, no, don't worry, no student is left behind. There are multiple, eternal, endless, parallel realities where you are living an aspect of yourself, energies of yourself simultaneously, eternally. No student is left behind. Just like they say in school, no student is left behind. You take the light of that learned lesson or that energy transmuted, and you take that with you. And they're saying for the context of this teaching and what is coming forward, just we'll keep it at that for now, they said. We'll keep it at that for now. But you have transmuted the light in this own fractal, this ray that you're focused on, and you take that and shift it to create a hologram that reflects that new energy. But you, as God source energy, connected to all of God source energy, are truly everywhere all at once. But your soul's journey is here now. So we're addressing the here and now, Spirit said. All right, very cool. Good morning, Tamra. All right, so I'm going to do a collective and see what us watching now or later, what energies, what relationships of ourself, of those energies that were just behind the door that we've opened up to. So it's either could be represented as an archetype, as a guide, an angel, a loved one, and yeah, all of those. So we'll just see what comes forth for the collective. And then if anyone wants a personal, I will stick up my personal. And as far as the personal goes, I will be, in case you're wondering what you're getting, open donation. You're going to get I might do more than one angel and ancestor, a galactic. And then this morning's Ria on the Run, as you guys saw, I was given the vision that my grandfather, my father, and me all are in a lineage, a family of a galactic race. And I've been told I'm an alien before. And my father's been told he was an alien before. And he saw alien, UFO, the lights and all of that kind of stuff. And I was talking earlier that I used to be so afraid of that kind of stuff. But actually, our greatest fear holds the greatest love and light. In the greatest darkness, the opposing frequency always exists. You get the polarities, the opposing, complete opposite swing of the pendulum. So actually, in the darkest of dark and the greatest of fears, there within lies your greatest power and your greatest light, your greatest activation. So we are opening up and just seeing what energies we're opened up to. So it could be galactic, and it could be, archetype as an angel or ancestor, and then the mystical wisdom of it. All right, so I'm just going to stick that up. Hold on here. Hopefully today I don't lose my video. So very interesting. And it's not anything that we haven't heard before, but as our frequency activates, we gain perspectives of a higher frequency of the same subject matter. I just find it amazing. And it's my passion. I love that. I love that. I have, like all of you guys, you've always known that there was more than what meets the eye. And some people just kind of still want to live that there's nothing more than what meets the eye. But I know all of you guys as Master Light Blasters, you've come to know, you've come to experience, you've come to live, you've come to embody, you've come for that shift. You've come to embody the light that's going to give you the experience of that heaven on earth, of that golden age. That's what you have come for. And it's not going to come just from compromising, accepting. You've come for the expansion, and not that others haven't, but their course of expansion, their soul's path journey is just a little bit different. Nothing is better or worse, even though I prefer I prefer the bright light expansion. I'm ready for that. I've lived in enough of the stuff. And also in that, hold on here. Just want to make sure I did that right. In that, we obviously are ending cycles. Yeah, it disappeared again. I don't know. Anyways, it disappeared on me. So now when I post a comment, it takes away my video. And I don't know what's up with that. But anyways, I started that. I'm going to hit that there. So my video has disappeared again. Like yesterday. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Anyways, I would love a personal. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is so cool. So Kelly, like, so recently, and I know you've been in my lives and watching all of the like personal relationships. So now we're taking it to another level. We've been doing relationships as it pertains to our physical world, but today what's coming through and yesterday are those energies, those relationships stepping up for us, supporting us. But obviously, it's going to reflect in our personal, hey, Abilita, Mamacita, in our relationships here. It's giving us insight, it's giving us information, giving us greater understanding. Oh my God. So, what they're saying right now, Kelly, is these energies, these aspects of ourselves are stepping up and giving us insight and understanding the wisdom of the cycle we are ended. And I know you've talked a lot about this too, Kimmy Siegel, of these cycles ending. And you even gave me a beautiful personal on how I'm ending a cycle. And we're now stepping up to enjoy and bask in our light and more of us in that energy. So this personal reading today is to give us a greater understanding. And I'm going to just jump to you, Kelly, seeing you did a donation. So usually when someone donates, they are prioritized. So I'm going to prioritize you right now. And then I will go back. If I don't get any more personal donations, then I will do a collective. So you're going to be prioritized because of your donation. So thank you very much. But what is happening now is, okay, hold on. Where was I? Okay, so we're ending a cycle and stepping into this new cycle. So these energies, these relationships are, oh my God, this is so beautiful. They're literally showing me that that overhead door opened up, and all of these relationships stepping. They're like holding our hand even, and we're stepping out of that garage with the overhead door, and now they're with us. Okay, so what they want me to say is they're with us on this new cycle. You couldn't have them in the old cycle. They were waiting. They were waiting for the divine timing. They were waiting for the appropriate light activation frequency for you to allow them in, to open up that relationship. And we have grown and ascended in our own growth now, in our own heart's connection, in our own truth, stepped into our personal power enough that we are now able to take their hand, per se, and step into this new cycle. So this new cycle, these energies, these relationships presenting and showing up are parts of ourselves showing up for us, represented by archetypes. Okay. Oh my God, this is fascinating. And so we really never, they always say you're never alone. You're never alone. I know I'm never alone, but it sure as hell feels like I'm alone a lot of times. But so they're just they're kind of playing with our human self, wanting that engagement, that label, that definition. Those energies are still energies within ourself, but for we know and to honor that physical wanting of that feeling of someone being right there, whether it be grandmother, grandfather, Archangel Michael, Raphael, whoever it is for you, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, whoever it is for you, stepping up as that frequency and giving us and honoring our physical part of us that definition label, or even though there's no concrete, that feeling of having that support that you might not have felt before. And that road that Spirit is saying is we were meant to take that alone because we needed that. That's what they were saying before. We needed that in order to gain anchoring in our own heart space, strength, courage, strengthen our faith, strengthen our belief, to show that we were connected to something even without knowing, which really was a self realization. And now we are ready to get that engagement with those higher frequencies in a way that the physical enjoys, is what they're saying. Damn it, it's about time. Do some crow, you guys. Playing hide and seek for long enough. All right. It's for Carissa. Okay. Sorry. All right. Carissa. All right. Okay. All right. So is the reading for Kelly or Carissa? Because you said Carissa and Kelly said I would love a personal paying now, but I'll have to listen later. Okay. All right. So the reading I am doing, please just confirm. And I know spirit can get beyond my own limited thinking of a name or a label. The name that I am reading for first, is it Carissa or is it Kelly? Oh, okay, thank you. All right, I love you guys. All right. You guys are mirrors. All right. So Kelly first, because she is who I saw first, and then Carissa for a personal. And know all of you guys watching as a collective, there's something there for you too, because Kelly and Carissa, and like all of us, are always holding space for an aspect of ourselves to be recognized. And if you want a personal, let me know. And then we'll do a collective. So right to, let's pull these out. So Kelly, you are first, and this is in regards to the relationship supporting you now, those beings that were behind the overhead door. And they're saying they are using the analogy of an overhead steel door because that was the experience that it felt like for us. They've been always there, not with a literal door. They're saying the door is representing a frequency that we have elevated through our transmutation of dense limited thinking and thoughts. So think of the dense thinking and thoughts and ways of being, or senses of unworthiness, or not stepping, being powerless, and all of that, not knowing who we are. That felt, they're saying, that felt like a steel overhead door. That is just an analogy representing the frequencies that we have transmuted into higher frequencies, that we have brought to a higher frequency and state of being. So that's why they're representing it as a steel door. It felt that way. We felt alone, we felt separated, and now they're saying that door has been released, opened up. Oh my God. And there's a lot of galactic energies there, because I feel, I'm not seeing the exact visuals, but I'm seeing like what typically would be kind of alien. They're like not solid. It's like a high frequency. And they say a lot of galactic uh, beings are not physical to this density. Some of them are more energetic. So they're just kind of stepping forward, holding hands. The structure I am seeing specifically for you, Kelly, is a thin being. They're physical, but you know, when you can see the limbs of someone more, I don't want to call it bony, but I'm going to say bony, like where they're more defined, the joints, the shoulders, the arms, slender. Okay. I'm just going to put it that way. Slender being. It's a slender being. It is definitely alien, Kelly, what we would consider alien. And they got kind of a biggish head, but the head is got like um a decoration on it. I'm going to say it's a decoration. I'm hearing Palladian. I'm not sure. I'm going to pull a galactic after. I guess it's okay. So what they're saying, this head thing, head dress, crown, Kelly. This, we're on Kelly, is representative of authority within a leadership role in that race. So if you're, yes, they're saying, now I'm getting all tingly. So that's right. Thank you. Oh my God, I just love the way I get the affirmation. My heart, when I said that, And when I say it right, my heart literally opens. I get emotional and my whole body tingles. So this is a very prominent support stepping up for you. And it literally is you stepping up for yourself and how you, it's almost like the gift of you stepping up for yourself in the past, Kelly. So they're a prominent leader figure in a galactic race. I'm going to say alien, representing this high intelligence, high frequency, beautiful being. And they're the ones that are the most prominent. It's a light being. They're a light being because I see the light. Oh my God, it's so beautiful, Kelly. The light is permeating, illuminating through that thin physical persona that they're holding. So they're like, the best way for me to describe it is semi-physical. Semi-physical, like they're embodying so much light. Oh, okay, so what they're saying is this is what you guys are becoming. As we embody more light, you become less dense, less physical, less, is it carbon? Is that what we are, guys? Carbon base. We're, so Kelly, this is for you specifically. You are stepping into this way of being as well as a light being. You're going to feel less physical. And in that feeling, that just means that you are opening and you're receiving so many streams of consciousness supporting you, flooding you within your physical denser experience. So you also are going to be getting glimpses and shifting and merging into other timelines or dreams. And they're saying it's not a dream. You're literally teleporting, time traveling. What's it called? When you witness or observe another area. What's it called, guys? Um, when you can witness in spirit what's going on somewhere. What's that word? It's escaped me. Astral project. Yeah, that's another word. Yeah, maybe that's it. Astral. So there's another word. Anyways, you're gonna have more and more of those abilities opening up for you, Kelly. Leadership, authoritative, and that's also showing the position that you are taking, Kelly, in your life. You are living it with a greater authority because that energy stepping up, it's that opened up, and so now it's just permeating and merging with all of your physicality. They're saying that you are going to find yourself speaking with greater authority, taking action with greater authority, but all of it is based in a higher frequency of love and light. Oh my God. I tell you, you guys are master light blasters. Thank you for this beautiful message, and I'm looking forward to the collective. Okay, thank you. The collective will be after the paid reading, so thank you. All right, I didn't even ring the bells. I just like immediately stepped it up, but I'm going to ring them just to see. And know, is it Shelly, that there could be also a message here for you as well, even within the personals, because we really are all one, experiencing fractals of our light from different angles and perceptions and experiences on our soul's journey. So, and something might hit you, like you might have seen a being, but it might not have been the being that I'm presenting, knowing that that is the archetype energy frequency that you are embodying more of as well. Okay, whatever that is for you. All right, Kelly. I don't know. That energy is also light and fun. Um, they're like, it's time to party. And I'm like, huh? And then I rang it again and they says, yeah, you heard us right. It's time to party. But what they showed me is from that heart center, that light was illuminating especially. And whatever that sense of party is for you, Kelly, is they are also bringing an energy of fun, high frequencies. They're like showing me like they like to dance. I don't know if you like to dance, but they're bringing me that motion of dancing and lightness. And of course, in higher frequency, there is higher frequencies of joy. You're more free to express. So I think when they're saying it's time to party, they're also, it's reflecting an energy of you're free to express who you are in the physical. You're free to speak your truth. You're free to be humorous, have more joy, make more jokes, have more fun in the most mundane, routine stuff. You might be finding yourself giggling at a thought you had. They're saying that is that being, that frequency speaking up for you, showing you that they are there supporting you, even though it's not separate from you, but for the context of our human understanding, they are there to infuse more fun and party and joy. Maybe you're going to a party as well. Maybe you've been invited to a party. Maybe you're being called to have a get together. I'm not sure, but something to do with it's time to party. I don't know. Is there a song that sings that too? I, anyways. All right. So I'm going to pull a few cards and then we'll move on to Carissa. Hey, Teresa Holmes. Remote viewing, that's the word. I knew it. But that's sort of like astral projecting in one. Thank you, Kelly. I don't know if you've experienced that, but you're going to have the ability to do more remote viewing, even if it's in a dream or during a meditation. So they're just saying not to dismiss when you feel your remote viewing or in teleporting and astral projecting, all of the above. As you become more light being, you are freer. You're freer also. Like when that whole thing of party, you're free to express, you're free to move. Light isn't contained. So you are connecting to higher frequencies of love multidimensionally. So it might seem like remote viewing, but literally, because you are light and you are connected with everything all at once, you are light, so you are freer, you are less dense. So even within your mind traveling or astral traveling or in your dream or meditation, you have that capacity to move, to see. You're not so stuck because you have transmuted the limitations of denser energy. Celebration. Yes. Thank you. Oh, all right. So we got two here for the angels and ancestors coming across. And I'm hearing a ringing in my ear representing those frequencies. Maybe you're going to hear ringing in your ears too. When you hear ringing in your ears, you're opening up to higher frequencies of time travel, they're saying. Time travel. And this is really weird. This must have happened to me yesterday. I was literally standing in the bathroom. I don't know if I was washing my hands or what, washing my face last night. And I felt glitched. I felt dizzy, light. And if this has happened certain little times in my life where the floor felt like it moved. And I'm like, holy shit, that was weird. I remember one time driving maybe many years ago, and I had to pull over because I had a dizzy spell. And then it was during a time in my life where a lot of things shifted right after, because I opened up to a frequency, and we're always shifting, they're saying, but when we get those moments, it's a greater contrast, a greater leap in frequency than what we were just living. And I literally got dizzy, and it literally felt like the floor was moving or sinking. And I'm like, holy crap, that was weird. All right. So you could be experiencing more of that as well. Multitasking, a lot of work. Hey, Gita Palazzo. I'm glad you're using your time wisely at work by tuning into these lives, Gina. I love it. Hey, Pam. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for shining your light, because as you shine your light, you're opening up information and codes for all of us to receive without even knowing it. Again, light is everywhere all at once, and we can travel, our consciousness can travel, our awareness can travel through those light portals and give us great different insights, angles of perception. We could dive deeper, we could go higher. So thank you. All right. Healing, crisis, and purging. Okay. I'm going to need glasses to read that little book. Where'd they go? All right. So I'm going to go immediately with we're still on Kelly, and then we're on Carissa. And then if anyone makes a donation, let me know. Otherwise, then I will end it with a collective. Angels and see, I disappeared again on video. So angels and ancestors, the two supportive archetypal energies, and it doesn't mean literally, but it means the frequency that they are holding, Kelly, is you received night and you received sky father. Both of these were face up after the shuffle. So sky father, my eyes were pointed at it when I was literally talking about you remote viewing, astral projecting, teleporting through your dreams and through your meditation. And that is just showing the sky represents to me to infinity and beyond, as Buzz Lightyear would say, to infinity and beyond. So you having that capability and opening up more and more to that alien leadership authority figure that's with you. And as soon as I say it, my heart opens right up and my body gets tingly, is part of your everyday journey now. They're there with you, always supporting you in these travels, in these streams of consciousness that you are receiving and giving to. It's a back and forth. It's this and that. So the Sky Father represents trust in the unknown. Oh, and we got an eagle. That's also representing seeing things from higher perception. To get what you want, you've got to see from a higher frequency. So I know we talk a lot of all out there kind of stuff. So I'm going to hone it in, bring it home to the physical being. So if there's something that you're trying to achieve or a goal or trying to grasp in your life, they're saying you've got to take it from that higher frequency. You've got to see it from a higher love. And you are being that higher love now. So that's exactly what you are doing. An eagle sees from the higher perception. Then they go in with their sharp talons, grasp that little rodent up, and they got it. So the rodent just representing the goal, the food, whatever it is you're trying to get on the physical level, to always take that higher perception. They've got unbelievable eyes. They can see from afar. So it's trusting in what you're seeing, trusting in that perception, trusting in what, and when you're called to take action, to go in with the what you would call kill, but it just means execution of what you want. And the lightning bolts from this godfather, sky father, to me looks like what we would consider a god being to look like. And the lightning bolts, so to okay, the lightning bolts are representing two things striking and opening up. So through um what's the word? What's that word I just saw here? Through crises or through tower moments or feeling like things aren't going your way, that opens up. That so that like the lightning strike opens up and releases pressure for high frequency to come forth. So all of us can relate to having a fight with our loved one, and things build up, they get tense, and you explode. Then there's a tower moment, but then that release the pressure, and then a greater peace can develop afterwards. So that kind of thing. But also with these lightning bolts are representing are those streams of consciousness that you're open up to receiving. So you're opening up and receiving them through. I'm just going to have to pull this card because it's relating to the galactic card that was shuffled for you and came out was this one. And because it's relating so closely to this, the galactic energy working for you is healing, crisis, and purging, and it's Orion. And that's what's supporting you in the present. So through healing, crisis, and purging, you are opening up to these electrifying, they're saying, rays, streams, information of consciousness. So that is amazing. So trusting in that and trusting in the unknown that it opens you up to. So there's a big thing on trusting the unknown. Like after a crisis and purging happens, you're kind of left with a blank slate and you might not know where to go from there or what to do or what, just trusting your gut, trusting your tuition and trusting it from that higher perception of the ego. And the other angel and ancestor that's supporting you. So for me, you've got eagle medicine, eagle, all that are eagle represents. And now they're showing me how eagles mate for life. You know, when an eagle's mate, this is a really beautiful, and I never someone told me about this before. So two eagles, when they claim their mate, they fly really, really high. They latch on, their talons latch on, and they free fall. So that might be significant to you. I'm just because that memory's coming, that they mate for life, and they literally have this mating process, or when they merge and they latch on and they just fall and from the sky. And obviously they have to let go and land, but if you want to look that up. So that medicine and having that higher laser focused perception from the higher vantage point, and then the Father God. So traveling as God, being everywhere all at once and having the capability to receive those conscious streams of higher frequency information. And then night, be brave and honest. So the other guide energy relationship that opened up beyond that overhead door is the night. And a night is honest. They are loyal. Like if anybody watched game games Throne of Games, what the hell's it called? Game of Thrones. What the hell's it called? But you guys, anyways, a knight in general is extremely loyal to their king, and they'll fight for them till death. Game of Thrones, that's what it was. So you're holding that kind of energy as well, but they want you to be very loyal to that God within, that God that you are really connecting and really being loyal to your tuition and trusting in that as well. But holding that sword to your heart, meaning you will fight to the end for what is true to you. Not that you literally have to fight, but they're saying for you to be anchored and loyal to your heart's truth. So you've got the night energy. Be brave, be honest. When we are honest from the heart, that always gives us and brings us to the highest frequency energy. And sometimes you got to be vulnerable. You got to be brave. You got to be courageous to speak your truth. Some people will operate strictly from the surface of what they see and operate from that level of truth. It takes great courage and it takes a great sword. This is also going along with this crisis and purging, like a sword breaking the earth. What is that guy with the sword and they pull it out of the rock? What the hell? My mind escaped. My words escaped me. Someone will know that story with the sword, and only this one person could pull the sword out of the stone. Well, anyways, when you hit a sword, it breaks something open and it reveals something. So you are to be called to just be really, really honest with your heart space. Go deep and speak your truth. When we operate from the surface or sugarcoat stuff, that is what we get as a reflection of that energy. When you go deep and go really deep into the heart of your heart, then you get that reflection in your life as well. And it takes courage. And now they're bringing my eyes to the rose. And as you guys know, to be that flower, to pick that rose, sometimes your fingers get pricked on the thorn. So it's just saying, be brave, be strong, even don't forsake, they're saying, momentary pleasure for the long term. Like it can be easier to sugarcoat a truth or to do something the easy way, take the shortcut, and that's okay too. But there are times where the long way, like when you study something or you go to school or you're on a fitness program or you're running a marathon, you got to take the long way, and sometimes it's painful to get up. So you can only fit your runs in at 5 a.m. and take a run and get your training. And then it sometimes can be painful like a thorn. But what they're saying is it's going to bring you to the rose. So whatever you've been working on or whatever you feel has been a struggle, you're going to be released from that. Just be loyal to yourself and letting go. We got whoops, I'm going to get to that one in a minute at the end. I want to touch on this again. 6, 10, 11. So this is a master energy 56 because it's an 11 and it's healing, crisis, and purging. And that's the present galactic energy working for you. And Orion, I'm going to read it real quick. 56, just to give me a little more insight because I don't know anything about that stuff. All right, 56. I'm not sure if that was the being that is with you right now, totally embodying with you, the one of authority. So, and also to have that authority leadership role, you do have to have the loyalty, the trust, the courage, and the strength of a knight. And you're going to have to see, like from an ego, take the higher heights and to zoom in with laser focused on your goal and stay loyal and true to that, whatever that means for you. King Arthur, thank you, Kimmy Siegel. I'm so dense sometimes. I'm like, all right. Orion, what was it again? 56. So this is whenever healing takes place, so does purging. This means that the old toxic energy has been released. And that's exactly why that energy, you're embodying that energy now, Kelly, of that leadership, authority, galactic, semi-physical being presented itself. This means that the old toxic energy has been released. Often we interpret this release as a sign that things are getting worse. They are not. Even on earth now, we are purging and transforming. It looks like we're getting sicker, but we're actually releasing a lot of old toxic energy. So you got to go through that in between. You got to have that thorny part before you get to the rose. You got to have that fight sometimes, or prove yourself before you're a knight. And you've done that, Kelly. And it's like you got to have those tower moments and lightning strikes as that toxic energy is released. You got to have that fight, that argument, that chaos sometimes that finally releases the pressure and then allows that heart energy to step forward. So even now on earth, we are purging and transforming. It looks like we're getting sicker. We're actually releasing a lot of old toxic energy. This card asks you not to fear the purging process because it's a central part of your transformation. In fact, seek it out. It is time to let go of some ancient patterns that you've carried for lifetimes. They are releasing now. Know that the purge is a good sign of healing. The era of and I also just wanted to touch on what the Orion history was. It's when the polarity conflicts were beginning to heal. Okay. So that makes, oh my God. So that being, and now they wanted me to read that to make the connection. That Orion being of leadership and authority is an Orion energy type because it took the leaders and the authority to heal. They've gone through the polarity contrast, and now they're representing that healing energy of it all coming together, of the energy transforming as there is no good or bad. The polarities are now one. So that being stepped up for you, Kelly, because they're holding that energy for you as you undergo your own personal transformation as Kelly in healing the polarities. Wow. So the healing of polarity in Orion actually happened very quickly compared to other civilization. So that's why they're an authority of it. That being lived through that, which is you, and thus had to go through a lot of rapid detoxification of old beliefs and ways of being. The polarity integration healing is happening on Earth now. When you experience pain and chaos in your life, look closely at what needs to be changed and transformed. I'm just kind of skimming what's important. So that means that there's an aspect that for you is crying out for change. When it's a constant cycle of pain and chaos, you're releasing that. You're ending that cycle. You're wrapping it up. And now this Orion being is taking you to help create on that new timeline where they're merged as one. You've detoxified and released. Move with that flow of energy. It's temporary, the pain and confusion. Trust that chaos, pain, and purging are not negative, but are of profound healing. So that goes back to the beginning message when, or messages that have been brought forth a lot lately in my lives, that the chaos, the pain, that all of that is actually bringing forth these high healing energies of transformation. They're releasing pressure, and then releasing the pressure, you get deeper and allow the light. They create a portal for the light to flow out. Wow, very beautiful. And the last card is the divine wisdom, letting go. Learn to let go. So Kelly, you are purging right now, and it is necessary for you to let go of some old things to make way for the new. This Orion, do you like Oreos, Kelly? I don't know if you like Oreo cookies. He wants you to make light, and even if it helps or aids you, to give him a name. I don't know if you like Oreo cookies, but Oreo, short for Orion, he's saying, and he's kind of laughing. I don't know if you like Oreo cookies or dip them in milk, but whatever that name is you give him, that is cool, because then it helps you to develop a personal relationship. Even though he is not separate from you, he is you. So letting go, and he's helping you step into this new cycle of lighter frequencies and greater freedom, greater liberations, allowing gifts to come forth that you never knew were available to you as well. So beautiful, Kelly. So for you, it's letting go of that old. You're stepping into a new cycle in this high frequency leadership authority on. He is an authority of the purging and healing because he was present when the Orion civilization had to go through a rapid transformation. due to polarity conflicts and toxicities created from them. So very beautiful, Kelly. Walk in peace with him. He says, peace be with you. Peace be with you. Peace be with us, he says. All right. Very beautiful. What an awesome reading, Kelly. Thank you so much. I know you said you had to step aside and you will watch it later. Lani, if you have a request to have a personal, I stuck my PayPal up and then I'm doing individual readings through PayPal. And if you don't want to do that, I'm sure there's a message here somewhere for you. Thank you. And so now it's Carissa's turn. I can't even see myself, so whatever. Please do a reading on moving house. Do you see me finding a new home or move or see me being moved? All right, whatever we have a desire for and whatever we want in life. And if you want to move, you want a house, so that you've got this goal. The only thing stopping you from being there is your frequency or your doubts or your unbelief of something. So I'm just addressing that because that is a really good message for all of us. And if it's in your heart's desire, if it's in your heart, then you are capable of doing it. You are just releasing any lack, ideas, any beliefs keeping you from that desire. So the desire is a gift because yes, you're going to achieve that. But in the meantime, that desire is also giving you a time where you can let go of fear, come to greater understandings of yourself, trusting in yourself more, trusting in your heart, stepping into your power. So it's not even the end result of the house. The journey getting there is a journey of self in itself. And it's going to reveal to you when you want something very, very, very beautiful or something that means a lot to you. There's usually a journey getting there because you don't have it because you're transforming and transmuting and working through ideas and beliefs that are preventing you from actually living it. So if you want to be a great teacher or healer, but in the same token, you're like, oh, I'm not as good as them, or you're comparing yourself to other people, or you don't think you have what it takes, or whatever, or I've been criticized, or whatever it is, you're working through your fears to get to that gold at the end of the rainbow, they're saying. So the journey is the rainbow, and the journey is revealing the gifts and the power and the ability and the capability and your God source energy. It is a journey of self-realization, getting you to your goal. If you have that as a goal and it's a heart's desire, this is a message for everyone. That's why I'm addressing it. It is yours. It's about just getting through the things that prevent you from living it. The fears, the lack. All right. All right, so Kelly, you are next. Or not Kelly, Carissa. You can't. The more you worry and the more you worry about what's going to happen, the more you create that. Sink in the moment of now. You're being called to trust, definitely a lesson of trust and allowing and surrendering to what is before you. And in that surrender and allowing, without knowing what's going to happen, that is your journey that you're being called to take right now. Because you are actually creating the happening through your trust of now. That is beautiful. So as we trust in the now and knowing everything is unfolding perfectly, we actually create that. You create that journey of getting there. But if we're worried and stressed, that is also part of our journey. But that part of our journey is to realize it's false evidence appearing real. It is an illusion that we came to transmute. You are powerful God beings of love and light. All right, Kelly. Not Kelly. Done, Kelly. Carissa. But thank you, Lonnie, for presenting that because that is something I deal with as a human being. I want to know. Is it possible? I'll even douse. Okay, am I going to move? Am I going to get it? I go through the same journey, and all Spirit tells me is you're delaying the process by doing that. I literally heard a voice one time saying, you're delaying the process by doing that. And yeah, I still do it. All right. Carissa. You're just holding really strong. You're holding really strong in your light. I'm not seeing a specific being like I did Kelly, but I am seeing like light, just light. So the energy stepping up for you right now, I am going to say is non-physical. It is an energy of light, an energy of They're saying activation. And I'm laughing because I call you guys master light blasters. So there's a being and a support frequency that is literally a master of activating light. Even though you are in itself, you're getting this extra boost and support of an energy that is there to activate light in the darkness. But they're holding a position of not like like a superhero being all like fiery. They're actually just holding ground of peace and light and knowing. So you're this being, this frequency that is stepping up for you, Carissa, is a soft, subtle, ever illuminating presence of light. It's resting in the calm of your heart. It's a resting in the peace in the light of your heart. It's a knowing energy. It's just knowing all is well. So there is an energetic frequency, a light being, a part of you that is holding the space of calm and light. Just being that present, being that calm, holding that space of knowingness. That is what's coming forward for you, Carissa, that I'm picking up on. And let's see what else comes through. I'm going to pull some angels and I'm going to tune into you. I'm just feeling a calmness. So even when you're going through a lot of stuff, there's this energy that is holding this peace and calm. It's not fluctuating. It's not hyperactive. It's just really a calm holding, which is beautiful. It's like you will be the calm in the storm. You will be the calm, the eye in the chaos. And as you hold that, everything is affected by that light. It's transmuted. It's calmed. You calm the energy around you by holding that stillness of knowing all is well. All is serving you. All is in light and love. All right. So this is Carissa. Hey, Lauren. I thought you're a reader. This is advice. I am reflecting the energy. I'm a channeler. I would say I'm a channeler, a guide, advice. You guys, I'm just addressing. Lonnie says, I thought you were a reader. This is advice. So if I tell you what happens, that almost takes away your power in your journey of having it. We are operating at a high frequency that you are the creator, Lonnie. I'm not creating for you. So this is actually empowering for you, and it empowers you not just in this one circumstance, but how to be a creator, how to create what you want. And you can never create what you want if you're not matching that frequency and allowing it. So if I was to read you right now, Lonnie, and I did actually, in a way that if you hold on to the worry, the anxiety, and the stress, that is what you're going to create. So if you want a reading per se, the energy that you're holding and creating from is what you create. You'll keep it at arm's distance. So I'm actually showing you how you are very self-empowered by allowing the moment of now, trusting in it, living it as if it was, and then that you create it. As far as predictions go, or a fortune card reader, they're saying that is almost a time of the past because we are shifting frequencies so quickly. We cannot possibly pigeonhole anything because you are shifting and changing and growing and expanding. We can give you a trajectory, and you hold the power of that trajectory. So yes, my answer to you is yes, you will do that, but the time lot depends on your allowance, on your belief, on your faith, on your ability to live in the moment and surrender to it, because everything is in the now. Everything is in the now. All right. That's a good message for all of us. All right, Carissa. Oops, I got birth and expansion. All right. And one more for you. So yeah, readers, and you're gonna find more and more. Some don't do prediction, and why would you want it? Wouldn't you want your energy? Wouldn't you want to create it yourself? Wouldn't you want to be the creator of your reality? We're creating in every moment of now due to our frequency. You have the power to create whatever you want. All right. So, Carissa, you got the Lord. Take charge and authority. Take charge with authority. So a Lord does take charge and authority, and you're taking that charge and authority by standing your ground, holding that peace, maintaining that light. So the ancestor archetype is the Lord for you. That is the energy that is stepped up for you because you've stepped up for yourself. And I am going to read a little bit more on the Lord. So, Lord will rule kingdoms. The Lord rules its reality. It is in charge. It creates. So, this card also is kind of an extension of what I just addressed with Lenny Lucas about wanting the answer or wanting to know the prediction. And you are the Lord. You are the Lord of your reality. You are the Lord of your land through your own authority, through your own frequency. So you are creating it. You're creating it through your frequency and through your authority, through what you are holding strong in. All right, hold on here. So take charge with authority. Don't be afraid to take charge and use your voice. Be strong. The Lord is the consort of the lady, the emperor in the traditional tarot. He represents an authoritative male who isn't afraid to lay down the law, but this doesn't mean he is angry or chauvinistic, possessed. He is self-possessed, reliable, and ambitious, a man of honor who has earned his place in society. The Lord in this oracle holds a ram staff and a crown antler, showing he keeps himself firmly rooted in the ground and is protected of his people. His regal air indicates he has a taste for the finer things in life, yet he is sensitive to those. So sometimes you have to take control in order to be honored. If you feel that your kindness or gifts are being taken for granted, it's time to take charge to change that. There's no excuse for bad behavior, and the ancestors are encouraging you to hold your ground. So to me, you're holding your ground in love. You're holding your place in that solid place within your heart. So for me, it's also calling, he's stepping up for you to hold your own honor, your self-respect, honoring your temple, honoring your creations, honoring all that you've worked for as well, maintaining that, holding and respecting that. And that is a place of love, of light, but not being afraid to speak your truth, to take charge, be that leader, the leader of your world, the leader of your life. You're encouraged to be the boss instead of being bossed. This card also brings the energy of ambition and can show you to have potential to move upwards on a professional level, but only if you act with authority. So yeah, that's just being really strong in you. It's stepping into your power. So obviously, this is working with that other energy that I was feeling, but taking charge in the light of your heart, of your truth, and standing up for yourself. So that is one of the energies stepping up for you. I've got two different galactic beings, birth and expansion. So you two undergoing transformation. You got the Lyra card. So a lot of galactic energies showing up for you. So I think you're to take charge on the physical level by being anchored into your heart, and everything and all decisions of the Lord is based in love. And the two affecting you the most, stepping up, supporting you, is the Lyran. That's the path, birth and expansion. So in the Lyran galactic, society, it was a time of transformation that you are bringing in that knowledge and support, that experience. And I'm going to read that in a minute. And then the 41, releasing guilt. So the two past galactic energies that have stepped up for you are energies presenting themselves of what they learned from these past experience. So that energy goes along perfectly with this, because if they've been through the transformation and releasing guilt, the Pleiades, this is the energy released. This is what was healed. So now the galactic energy is stepping up as a person of authority. They have lived through that. So now they're stepping up with the wisdom and the light gained from that experience. So they're both past energies. So it's healed past energies. So you're stepping forth with the knowledge and the wisdom of these two experiences from that experience. But I will read real quick on that for you, Lyra. All right. So the last with the birth and expansion was it refers to a time period of Lyra's past pioneering spirit, their commitment and enthusiasm to build the physical reality that they desired. Hold on here. So as the Lyran civilization grew, it unleashed a tremendous amount of creative energy. There was so much excitement to build a new civilization and expand into the galaxy. It was a time of optimism, enthusiasm, and creative experimentation. This card reminds you of that ancient time that you are part of, and it encourages you to find the creative spark within you. Don't be afraid of your creativity. There were times where you were punished for your creativity, Carissa, but that reality is past. So it's time to release that karmic pattern of fearing your creativity. So you're taking a leadership, you're being bold on your creativity, and you're stepping into your power because you have learned that and you have released that karma, and the karma or the timelines where you were punished for it. So you're releasing that. Now you're stepping up with the authority of that and all that you learned on that, on this, the 13, the birth and expansion. So that's about creativity and using it. And you're no longer punished. You've taken that and you've released that cycle. And now the 41, the Pleiades, let's just see what it says real quick about that timeline. In ancient days, well-intentioned actions of the Pleiadians ended up causing the whole planet to be destroyed. Nice job, Carissa. Joking. Since that time, they've held tremendous amount of grief and guilt as a species. They have healed a lot since then, but many humans still carry these patterns. So look deeply at things in your life where you feel guilty about. The wisdom you now have, so that's the energy that's stepping up for you. The wisdom you have now can create compassion in your heart. Let that compassion flood the wounded part of you. Let the love of the universe fill the part of you where guilt still lies. All is forgiven in the universe. So it's about forgiving yourself. So the energies, and that represents also that sun, that light, that holding energy from the beginning of this channeling are holding that compassion and love for self. So the light and the compassion, guilt released and past being punished for your creative endeavors, that cycle is also, it is ending. So the energies stepping into this new cycle is having confidence in your creations, taking action, being the boss, knowing that that is a cycle ended. You're not going to repeat those patterns. You're not going to be punished for your past. So releasing the guilt of wrongdoings that you feel that you've experienced as Carissa, forgiveness with others, feeling forgiveness for yourself, or you think you've played a role in somebody else's hurts and pain. So it's about releasing all of that and stepping into your new cycle with compassion and love and knowing all is well. All happened for a reason. All happened perfectly for this part of your journey to gain that wisdom, the insight, and the light from the transmuted densities of those energies. Stepping forward and being strong in your creative spark. And then you got celebration, let go and have fun. It's time for you to celebrate the ending of those cycles, the ending of that karma. You are whole and you're stepping into a creative power within yourself with authority. And then the other wisdom is cheer up, live in the moment. So all of these cards definitely go together. as far as releasing guilt. That's let it go of any guilt, any unforgiveness for yourself and others. When you can forgive yourself, you can see and have compassion for others that also play that role or have hurt you. So it's about letting all of that go, cheering up and just celebrating, letting it go and cheering up and celebrating where you are now. So it's very similar also to Kelly's about letting go and having fun, higher frequencies, entering that new cycle in a more balanced, loving, compassion, heal trauma, heal wounds, all of that. So yes, releasing the guilt. It no longer serves you. It's a cycle that you are ending. And when you release guilt, then you are free to love self. When you hold guilt, also, Carissa, it will hold back your creative expression because you are holding that down, and the creative expression can't come. Creative expression comes through freedom, liberation, life, celebration, allowing that sexual energy, which is just um, life-giving energy, gives life, gives birth to new expression. Guilt will hold that down, they're saying. So if you release that and you're stepping into a beautiful, alive version of you that is free to express the creativeness within you. So it's about you creating from this healed energy of the past, releasing the guilt, releasing any trauma, and stepping into it healed and renewed to bring forth the creative expression from your heart. Yeah, so you guys are very similar, very good teamwork and mirroring energy as well that I keep bringing up. So hopefully that made sense to you, Carissa. Beautiful readings, beautiful, powerful readings from both of you, for both of you guys. So that is the support. That is the support. The guilt of the past has flipped the coin, and now it is speaking in authority and strength of your heart. So look at it that way. That Lord is supporting you. Call it Lord Carissa if you want. No more guilt, no more shame, no more regret. You're stepping in the authority of your natural, the sacral's coming up strong. The sacral and the solar plexus. The sacral representing giving birth to creative expression. The solar plexus representing having the strength and the confidence of it. So both of those, you might even be experiencing physical movement in those areas as your body acclimates and integrates these higher frequencies of trust and confidence, authority represented by the Lord, and then the Lyran energy expressing that creative energy as you give birth to a new you in this new cycle, letting that all go and celebrating in it. Very beautiful. All right. You're welcome. And thank you for your donation, guys. And thank you for shining your light. I'm just going to look at comments, and anyone who didn't get a reading, hopefully you'll get some advice in this collective. I'm going to just pull. We're being all is well, Lenny. All is well. All is well. Sink in. I'm sorry that you're going through being terrorized and that. All is well. You are giving, the terrorism represents like fighting and energies. You're actually very, very powerful, and you're a key player in transforming negative energies at odds, the polarity. So I can see how the individual readings that I just did might be affecting you as well. So there's a polarities, and you're part in holding a place of peace in that energy, Lenny. So you're a key player in bringing forth a more peaceful life for yourself and your family. Hey, Kim Chemistry. All right, so I'm going to blast you guys real quick, and then I'm going to go on to a collective white light healing, master light blaster, Kimmy Siegel. Thank you so much, Carissa. Very interesting. I just had a message. Yeah, so that if you're still there, white light healing, that message, yeah, it's definitely strong if you're seeing it being repeated. Grandfather's very strong today. Tamara, thank you. Leona, thank you for shining your light. Kelly. Abilita Mamacita. Brenda, good morning. Good afternoon. Good moment of you. Carissa. Shelly, thank you so much. Shireen, good, awesome blasting of light energy from you. Remote viewing. Teresa, thank you so much. Master Light Blaster. Gina Palazzo. Aqua, thank you. Oh, yeah, not Kimmy, Rainbow. Sorry about that. Gina, what, do you have a spirit name, Gina, if you're still there? Pam, thank you. All right, guys. So if there is no more personal donated readings, I will do Gina, do you have a spirit name? Besides cute little girl with a muddy face? Mud face angel? Angel with a muddy face? All right. So this is the collective. If you made a donation, let me know. And just so you guys know, if I ever miss it, I will send you a reading no matter what. All right. So what is the collective? Us watching. Who is stepping up? What energy, what relationship are we merging with right now that is created anew? These relationships, these energies have been behind the door that we've just opened, this huge steel overhead door. And we are ready to engage. We're ready to commit. And the commitment is to ourselves. There are these energies that are presenting now because we match that resonance. We match that frequency. We can engage with a high frequency commitment, a marriage with self. And these energies or beings or archetypes are there for us now. All right. So what we have is elder. So all of us have this elder energy. I know for Steph yesterday, the elder, she related to it as a monk, but this elder energy is wise. It holds information and knowledge and wisdom from this timeline where it was a leader. People went and sought to them for advice. What I'm feeling right now is a lot of you guys as Master Light Blaster, the elder is showing up for you because you are to take on that energy for others as well. Be that elder, be that anchor, be that words of wisdom, be that light shining for others that are looking for that mirror, that are looking for that reflection from you. So you have the elder energy, the wise one. You are embodying in one with this energy, and you are reflecting this energy as you embody it for other people. So knowing that others may come to you and trusting in your wisdom, they're saying it is time for you to trust in your wisdom, have confidence in that energy, the wisdom, knowledge, information that is coming through you, to trust in that. Move beyond ancestral patterns. So the ancestral patterns, this elder is saying that this elder has been through those patterns. You have been through these patterns and have transmuted many energies through this timeline, represented by all of the white little dots you see here. So this elder, and you can think of it as you, as Rainbow, as Carissa, as Kelly, as Tamara, have taken this journey. Well, on this journey, we've had many little stops, many little interactions, many engagements, many situations, many times where we were down and trodden, many times where we were in the dark night of the soul, many times where we questioned our own self-worth, why we were here. Well, because you asked and you went through it and you surrendered to that journey, you transmuted all of those energies into a portal of white light that you now hold that wisdom. You hold that knowledge. You hold that insight. You hold that light because you have allowed the journey. And along your journey, as a master light blaster, you have activated the density with your light. But it only could have been activated because you allowed the density in order to find and activate and transmute it into the light that it was originally created in. So the elder is stepping up for you, and you guys are actually holding space in a mirror as a master light blaster for many. That is the collective one stepping up for all of us. And I feel that very strongly. Tuning in and anchoring into your solar plexus, where you hold divine knowledge, wisdom, and insight, and trusting that you have the answers. If others are coming to you, trusting also that they come to you because you hold the information from your experiences that you've activated and allowed. You hold that wisdom and knowledge because of what you have been through, because of your journey, not just on this timeline, but many timelines. So many times a channeler or a reader will get a little nervous or scared at the beginning, especially that, am I giving them the right information? Or that person said that in the same question. People come to you, or it could be even in a grocery store or whatever, because they know subconsciously you're holding a light of insight activated within you that only you can say, based on your divine frequency imprint, based on all of your multidimensional self knowledge that you've opened up to, the streams of consciousness that you are allowing. So trusting, they come to you because you are actually reflecting something in them they need, and only you can do it. So that is a message for all of you guys as Master Light Blasters. And then we have the galactic being stepping forward, our relationship. We have a very, very intimate relationship with the elder, and we're being called to that. And also with the Lyra, the past. The past, meaning the energy, same one that Carissa had, birth and expansion. So in that past, we showed enthusiasm and we had this creative energy that destroyed the planet or whatever. They got their planet, their civilization. So we hold guilt, or we might be a little timid at presenting this knowledge, this creative expression that we have. We learned, we healed, that is a cycle ended. So coming forth in confidence. So the Lyran that has been through that, with that wisdom and knowledge, they go together perfectly. Trusting in that now, trusting in your creative flow. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And even that past where that was destroyed, that was exactly as it was supposed to be. And knowing that and coming to that understanding as the elder, things are as they should be. Life is eternal. Big deal. You blew up a civilization. Big deal. It was meant to be. It's really eternal. Eternal experiences. You're everywhere all at once anyways. This was just a This is just representing a story that was lived. But the only true truth is this: you're eternal beings, multidimensional love and light expressed and experiencing on many timelines all at once. All of these stories, all of these characters. Well, the characters that we are called to embody and have relationship with now on this physical timeline is the elder, trusting in that wisdom, trusting in that sharing, trusting in that creative expression, and trusting in that creative expression. Wisdom, knowledge, insight, people coming to you, you holding that book of knowledge. And then the birth and expansion, going and continuing on this new cycle of your birth and expansion of you. Greater expressions, greater versions of you coming forth with the support of your team. The team is you. The relationships you've just opened up to, the door to stand with, in front, beside, and all around, because they are within you. That is the collective. All right, guys. See, that was good. Thank you so much, guys. All right. Because you guys are all powerful Master Light Blasters, and those existing are existing, watching now or later. I do want to just send out some extra love and light for the person there that is having a really hard time having to move, being terrorized, and just send in that being, imagining them being illuminated with their Christ consciousness, their God source energy sparking and clearing the way for them, giving them the insight, supporting them in a way that where their transformation is heavy. And we can do that with each other by sharing in that love and light and imagining and extending, because we are all one. He or she is reflecting a part of ourself. And as we help and give them aid and love and light, kind of like the elder energy that we're being called, we're also helping ourselves on our own journey. So just sharing and extending that light and love to, is it Lanny? And they probably have signed off, but there is no time or space. A little vacuum's going on. Lanny Lucas, yeah. Sending them love and light and to help that light pave their way. I just got a dozen donuts for less than $3. Awesome. It's so funny because this morning I was having a hard time getting Mythos set. You guys know that old commercial, time to make the donuts, from Dunkin' Donuts. So that's And I've been liking donuts lately myself. All right, guys, may you all shine with the entirety, not just a tiny little ray, drop, flicker, the entirety of all the love and light that you are. Shoo.